So over the year, the government spends about $400 million on programs that are meant to clean up trash from reaching the waterways. So this proposition, what it wants to do for you, it wants to help you have a cleaner environment and a safer environment. In doing that, it wants to help decrease the pollution in your beaches, in your streets, and in your sewers. So today I'm going to talk to you about Proposition 67, the ban on the ban of the single use of plastic bags. And first I'm going to talk to you about Proposition 65 and 67 that are both on the ballot, and then I will talk to you about some of the cities that have already enforced the ban in their county. And then thirdly, I will talk to you about how this may or may not affect your life. So now that we've talked about what we're going to be talking about, let's analyze 65 and 67. To do that, we have to understand the background. So Proposition 65 was actually influenced by San Francisco, when in 2008, they took the initiative of enforcing the ban in their city, and actually enforced it in 2012 legally. And this showed great progress in increase in recycling and people being more active in their community, and also showed a decrease in their pollution. That Governor Jerry Brown passed a bill in 2014 showing that a first statewide ban of plastic bags. But this was actually revoked a month later by the APBA, which is the American Progressive Bag Act. They worked so hard to veto this bill that according to the editorial San Jose Mercury News 2016, they gathered 800,000 signatures to veto this bill, which brought it up to the general election. So 65 is actually sponsored by the APBA, and they want to charge you 10 cents every time you go to the grocery store and use that money to, according to Ballotpedia 2016, to send it to the wildlife conservation to help animals. This proposition, according to the San Jose Mercury News 2016, is kind of considered a scam. Reason being that everything they say that they're working for is what environmental lobbyists oppose of. Reason being that this brings us to Proposition 67. 67 is brought up by environmental lobbyists, and they're working hard to use items that are biodegradable and safer and cleaner for the environment. In doing so, they'll also reduce litter. So now that we've talked about Proposition 65, 67, now let's talk about how this ban has already taken initiative by some cities that have enforced it. So like I said, it started in San Francisco. They were seeing a big clog in their sewers from plastic litter, specifically bags. And when they started taking initiative, it started a movement all across Northern California. Many cities adopted this ban, and they've worked hard to do it. According to the Kaysen Foundation and Surfrider Foundation, San Jose has already seen a 56% drop in their parks and in their roadsides. And many cities across Northern California, the coastal areas, have seen a larger percentage of 60 to 80% within their beaches alone. And according to Karen Billing from the San Diego Union Tribune 2016, she states that San Diego has just turned into the 150th city this summer to do this ban. And she also stated that with this ban, they are hoping to see an increase in their recycling, because currently they only recycled about 3%. So thanks to the Surfrider Foundation and Sherry Leitner, the councilwoman of San Diego, they are working hard to keep this progress and working hard in reducing the plastic bags and giving stores and companies time to get adjusted to this ban. So now that we've talked about some of the cities, now let's look at how this may or may not affect your life. So if you are a person that uses plastic bags, then this may not affect your life because you are used to it already and it's kind of a hard adjustment. And if you are a person that uses reusable bags, then this is going to help you enrich your environment and have a safer community, and reducing trash from flying across your windows when you're driving. And this also can help you if you are a student, for example. You are not going to be charged every time you go to the store. If you say yes to Proposition 67, it can help you also save money. Now that I've talked to you today about Proposition 67, I've talked to you about Proposition 65 and 67 that are both on the ballot, and I've talked to you about some of the cities that have already enforced a ban in their area, and I've also talked to you about how this may or may not influence your life. So in the beginning, I said the government spends about $400 million on programs that are meant to clean up trash from reaching waterways, such as adopting a street, from beach cleanups, and etc. So if voted yes on this bill, you can help yourself save a lot of money. Not only that, the money that is spent on programs can also can be reduced, and that money can go towards other areas that need help, such as can be education, and maybe help you get more money for your schooling, such as books or whatever else you need, or other programs such as the homeless programs or etc. There's many other things that if we reduce the amount, that can go towards other programs.